Hello Animorphs fans, and welcome back to the Animorphs Universe channel. This is my Christmas message to you because I'm going to take the time off now, as I'm probably going to do each year. I'm going to take time off from now until the new year. So I basically just wanted to wish everybody a Merry Christmas. I've got one of my own cocktail creations here. It's called the Escafil, and you might wonder to yourself why. It's gin, soda, dry vermouth and blue curacao. I like blue curacao because it gives you that radiant blue colour, which is why it's called an Escafil. It's actually not my favourite cocktail, but I'm just experimenting right now. It needs, probably other than club soda, it probably needs tonic. So, tell you, I'll see if I add tonic to it. Yeah, that's a lot better. Now, tonic water usually goes well with gin, so it shouldn't come as a surprise to me, but I'm experimenting, and that's what life is all about sometimes. It's just, you know, saying, well, bugger it, I'm going to give it a go. And that's what this channel started off as, really, just going out there, giving it a crack. And you know what, I bloody well enjoy it. It's hard work. Doing 2 videos a week. It used to be 3 videos a week. Don't know how I did that. But yeah, 2 videos a week. Each video requires some level of research because my mind is a bit like a sieve. So everything I do, I need to refresh the noggin. And I work a full-time job on the side of that, and a part-time job on the side of that. So I keep myself particularly busy, which is why I find it hard sometimes to do my more creative things like my writing, although I do plan to jump back on that pretty soonish. I'm just going through edits at the moment for predominantly Animorphs fanfiction, funnily enough. I am the guy who talks about Animorphs in Britain. There aren't many of us, there are some of us, but yeah. I like being that guy. It is my nerdy side coming out. And sometimes you just gotta say to yourself, bugger it. If I want to do something, just do it. Even if it does take up a handy slice of your time, you just gotta say, whatever. Life's too short for not trying something. Even if it does come with a lot of low points. Usually, if you enjoy it, there's more high points than low. And that's why I continue doing what I do. Because there are a lot of high points. I've made a lot of friends through this. And I've learnt a lot as well. That you do go through things, subconsciously learning stuff that you look back on later and think, oh yeah, I did learn that. I did do that thing, or I did learn to stop doing that thing. And that's life, I suppose, just going through things and learning all those little lessons, because we never stop learning. You can teach an old dog new tricks, and I am getting older. You've probably seen my hairline. It's gone, well, I haven't really looked back at my earlier videos on the channel from like 2 years ago or so, but I imagine my hairline's probably decreased somewhat more. But you know what they say, you know, higher testosterone levels, more hair loss. So, you know, got that. It's probably bollocks, but I'm going to stick to that story. I hope you've all been having a good year, by the way. It's been a funny old year. It's not been a bad year, but it's not been a particularly good year either. And it's been a particularly dodgy start to the Christmas holidays for me. Not from like anything serious, it's just the last couple of days, it's, you know, you get those days where everything seems to go wrong. Like, for example, today, just to top off a series of unfortunate events, I went Christmas shopping in my usual car park, which I've been going to for years, and you'd always pay after you've finished. So you come back, you go to the ticket machine and you pay, and then you leave. So I went in today, did my normal shopping, which was a few hours, and then I got back to the ticket machine and it said, would you like to pay for 3 hours? And I was like, no. And then that's a sudden thought of, oh bugger. Went to the car and of course there's a parking ticket. I just think it's like bloody daylight robbery. It is. For years I've been going to that car park and they suddenly changed the rules on you. And when you're so used to something, you don't check the labels, do you, anymore? So like if you buy a pair of socks, I gave this analogy to my wife earlier, Pebble. I said, you know, when you buy a pair of socks, you don't tend to need to look at the label anymore. So if suddenly one day on the back of your little sock thing, there was a label put on it saying, for hand use only, for putting on your hands, you get a fine if you don't. And then you put it on your feet instinctually. And then the police come around and say, where you put those socks, boy? And you're like, on my feet? They're like, right, your knit, son. You think, this is a bit of a silly analogy, I know, but that's how it feels, you know, when you've been used to something for so long and then it changes, you feel like, Jesus Christ, you know, I didn't look at the rules, and why would I? I've been doing it for so long. You know, you get used to it. It's not bad, this. It needs something new, though. This is going to be for next year. I'm also planning to get an actual cube glass, or close enough to a cube. There's a reason people don't drink out of cubes. It doesn't really work. It all comes out the sides, you see. So, let's round up the year for Animorphs. I know I've been rambling along, but I thought, why the hell not? It's been a pretty good year for Animorphs, I'd say. I mean, I know that there's been no news on the movie, but there has been no bad news on the movie. It's still in pre-production, according to Picture Start, and you've still got the bloody writers' strikes going on. I mean, everyone's on bloody strike at the moment. Bloody nuisance. But I still do think eventually we will see something happening, and hopefully 2024 is the year where we start to get some actual news on an Animorphs movie. You've also got Chris Grine's books, the graphic novels. I know that they're a bit... There's pro and there's against. You know what I mean? There are some people that really like the graphic novels and some people that really dislike it. But you know what? Like I said earlier, that's life. You go through it. I enjoy it. The latest one, book 4, wasn't very good. But the first 3 were. And so I'm just banking on it being an anomaly. So I'm hoping book 5 graphic novel adaptation brings us back onto form. And that comes out in 2024. So that's something to look forward to this year. Something else to look forward to is the audiobooks. They're finally finishing the audiobooks. Unless they decide eventually to do Animorphs 1 and 2, but I doubt they will. So as far as we're concerned, it's probably finished because they've got release dates for the final 2 Megamorphs, Visser and the Animorphs Chronicles. And they've got narrators. So that's all scheduled in. And the last audiobook to be released, the Animorphs Chronicles, is in early April. And I know sometimes they push it back by a week for some reason or another, but it's going to happen in April. So we are going to have every single audiobook. And I'm going to make it my goal now to get them all. I know some people already have. And bloody well done to you. Because Scholastic needs us to do these things, to buy this stuff. So they say, Animorphs is being bought, so might as well make some more. So yeah, audiobooks, graphic novels, possible movie news. It's been alright, hasn't it? 2023 for Animorphs. It's been subdued, but there is stuff still happening. What's going to happen on this channel that you're watching right now, the Animorphs Universe channel? So I've got a whole load of analysis videos to do, of course, because we are covering everything, and we've just reached number 50, and I reckon we'll probably get close to at least over 500 videos overall. If I'm still going at that point, who knows? Maybe I'll be raising a family by that point. And who knows how much time I'll have. Hopefully I'll carry this on for a good few years. We'll see what happens. What are you doing, Lila? Oh no, it's Tiggles. Hey Tiggles. Do you want to say hello to everyone? Or are you too old and grumpy? Too old and grumpy? Damn Scrooge. So aside from the analysis, obviously Annie theories. I've got a few Annie theory ideas lined up. They just do take a little bit of research, so they're not as frequent. What else have I got planned? I'm going to properly delve into the TV series. I know that I've done reaction videos, like live reactions, and I've watched the episodes with Raptor and Geek Truth 64. Massive thanks to them, by the way. Excellent stuff. Brilliant guys. As much as I've done live watches of them, I want to do proper reviews of each episode, and I'll delve into them. You know, it'll be a TV series based year or two. Tiggles, alright, I'll let you outside, Christ. So as much as people don't really like the TV show that much, it does have its charm, and I do want to cover it in more depth than I have done so far, because I haven't really, have I? I've just watched and laughed at the episodes a bit. So we will go into that, but that's not saying we're going to stop looking at the books. Of course we're going to look at the books, because it's the best part of the Animorphs series. I want to do a proper review on graphic novel 4, because I've already done the spoiler-free review. I want to go into the spoiler review and give my honest thoughts, and let you lot have your say as well, because I'm interested to know your opinions on the latest graphic novel. I eventually want to do a review on the audiobooks, but I'm waiting to hear all the narrators before I do that, so it'll be at least like May. Probably even later, probably in the middle of the year. By the time I've been able to sit down and listen to all the different narrators throughout the course of the series, I reckon by the middle of the year we'll get a proper audiobook review, and then hopefully we'll get more sales, because there was a massive sale for Black Friday. You can get them for like £2 each. It's brilliant. Let me know what you want for next year as well, because I'm open to ideas. And it'd be nice for me to just have more chats with you like this as well, where I just ramble. Maybe even not necessarily to do with Animorphs, just more my thoughts on things, like freaking car parks changing their bloody rules. Bastards! And hopefully I'll have my mic replaced, because at the moment I'm using a directional microphone. Who knows, it might even be working better, but I'm getting a new one for Christmas, I hope. Fingers crossed. So, I want to say, firstly, thank you to you all. Thank you to the viewers. Thank you to Scholastic. Thank you to the authors for having provided us with this series in the first place. Thank you to everybody who makes this possible, including the people that made my wonderful Panasonic camcorder. Cheers to you. And as well as the thank yous, I have to say, Merry Bloody Christmas. I hope you have a fantastic one. I hope the viewers have a fantastic Christmas. Scholastic, I hope the authors and Chris Grime and the ghostwriters have a Merry Christmas. I hope the people who hate my guts have a Merry Christmas, and sincerely so, have a bloody good holiday. Assuming you celebrate Christmas. If you don't, Happy Hanukkah, Grand Kwanzaa, is it? Is that? I don't know what that is, but whatever you celebrate at this time of year, if you don't celebrate anything at all, enjoy it. Have a good one. Have some time off to yourselves, because we all need to hit that relaxation button now and again. So, yeah, thank you. And have an Annie-merry bloody Christmas. So, cheers to you. Have an Animorphs cocktail on me. See you next year.